Hey Sun Bros and Red Phantoms, in this video we're going to take a look at Salt and Sanctuary. It's a 2D RPG that's supposedly just like Dark Souls. We're going to do some gameplay and break down what is and isn't like Dark Souls and see if it's any good. Coming up on Souls Likes. Hey guys, my name's Keith and this is Souls Likes. In this channel, we break down all kinds of games that are similar to Dark Souls. So if you love Dark Souls like me and you're looking for other games to scratch that Dark Souls itch, consider subscribing to this channel. So despite great reviews and a true Dark Souls vibe, Salt and Sanctuary is still a game that many people just don't know anything about. So many games are incorrectly called Souls-likes or just like Dark Souls, but Salt and Sanctuary in many ways actually is quite a bit like Dark Souls, and it's generally seen as being a terrific game. I'm always shocked that it isn't more popular and well known. I've played this through with my wife twice and we loved it, and I probably will play through the whole thing again. Salt and Sanctuary by Ska Studios was originally released on PlayStation 4 in March of 2016, but since then it's been released for PC, macOS, Linux, the Vita, the Switch, and on Xbox One. So first and foremost, is this game actually anything like Dark Souls? Is this game a Souls-like? Well, for me, a game like Dark Souls has to have the following qualities: a level up system, minimalist storytelling, winding levels with unlockable shortcuts, a combat system involving stamina and blocking, boss encounters, limited healing, open-ended exploration, meaningful death penalties, and manual checkpoints. Okay, so we're going to play some Salt and Sanctuary. We're going to find out, is it fun and is it a Souls-like? Does it have those qualities that a Souls-like game should have, so it is actually anything like Dark Souls? Before we do, I just want to let you know that I do have a Facebook page that is all about the Souls Likes project. We share content about Dark Souls and about games like Dark Souls on it, so consider following my page there. Also, if you like watching me play games and you want to watch me play more Salt and Sanctuary or other games, consider following me on Twitch. And if you want to build a more personal connection, you could follow me on Twitter. And my friends and I in my community are also hanging out on my Discord server. Links to all those things in the description of this video below. I think I've spoken enough. Let's get to Salt and Sanctuary. All right, so I have beaten this once, but it's been a long time, so I'm gonna forget pretty much everything. So tons of hair options. Let's do something wild and crazy. That's an interesting. Let's go with the mohawk. Hot pink mohawk with a Charlie Green beard. That sounds appropriate. In origin, this just changes my skin color. I don't think this has any sort of gameplay mechanic, but is this a zombie? Zombie sounds good. Okay, so the class knight is interesting. This is gonna probably change my stats, although it doesn't tell me what those are, but it does change the starting equipment, and it also changes looks like there's might be some spells, those things in the top right there. I'm thinking I might go knight just for this test. And then effects: red shards, stone sellsword, amber idol, grasping ring, crystal sphere. I don't know what any of these things do. Does it tell me what these things do? No. I'm gonna go with the stone sellsword because I'm equally confused about what any of these do. It's been just way too long, but here goes nothing. I'm gonna venture forth. Yes. All right, let's see what we got here. So X is strike, Y is other strike, right bumper doesn't do anything, which is weird because it's a Dark Souls game. Right trigger is my roll, and I appear to be fat rolling. Left bumper, oh, that's interesting. Left bumper changes to my alternate weapon set, so I can two-hand this weapon, or I can get my shield out. And if I remember correctly, if I'm holding my shield and I strike, that's how I parry. So it does all the things that Dark Souls does, but it does them all on different buttons, which is gonna be a challenge for sure. It's also super dark. All right, so apparently my ship is getting boarded by pirates, but I'm like the best fighter ever. The unspeakable deep. Well, I don't think I was supposed to win that fight. At least I hope not. Can I go left here? No. Played too much Donkey Kong, where I feel like the obvious answers go right, but I want to go left. Shivering Shore. Okay. Okay, I remember this. So essentially you have various creeds, and when you get to an area where it's like a save point, like a continue point, like a bonfire, you can put your creed's item down. You can work towards a certain creed and get certain benefits depending on the creed you have. Oh, didn't see you there, friend. All right, what do we got? A sanctuary key. Okay. All right, use the sanctuary key and let's keep going now. Okay. Claim sanctuary. Now I can use my candelabra. Oh, okay. Oh, right. Okay, so I remember this from before. I'm not sure what they're called here, but it's that underneath the words poultice pouch over my head, there is a red 1. And if you look just above that, it's the same icon and I have 0. So if I have the right icon, right items identified by that icon, I can level up and then I can get all of these skills and really tweak my character however I want, which is kind of cool. On top of that, I can level up as well, but I don't have enough salt instead of souls. Salt to do so. Oh, I got shot. Didn't even see that. All right. How do I put my shield up? Left trigger. There we go. It's funny because it's all the same things as Dark Souls, but the buttons are all different. So I'm definitely going to screw that up a lot. Oh. So look at this. You can kick a ladder down just like in Dark Souls 1 after you defeat the Taurus demon. So I would call this an unlockable shortcut. Let's go back to the bonfire real quick and see, or excuse me, the sanctuary. That's going to be the first of many incorrect Dark Souls vocabularies that I use. Let's see. I have a bundle of salt. I just want to use it. I love how he smashes it. There we go. Okay. What? What was that? Was that another player that I just saw? Cool. Oh, so that gave me a black pearl. Excellent. So now I can go in here and I can level up one of these directions. Maybe I will do dexterity. I can go stamina. I can do strength, equipment load. Now let's do dexterity because I want to do more damage. So let's go ahead and keep on and see if we can maybe at least get to the first boss. Can I do a plunging attack? If I can, I didn't do it right. Let's go through my shortcut now. What is this? A torch and 20 throwing daggers. I'm kind of glad I picked the knight. I feel like doing this without a shield would be a ginormous pain in the butt. What are you? More red shards, which again, I think are life gems, essentially. Oh, I just got new armor. Let's check that out. So I'm fat rolling and I don't want to. So I think I want to just put on the lighter armor for now. Oh, there we go. Now I'm going really fast. Now we're talking. I kind of want to maybe put on the better armor until I no longer fast roll. So let's do that. So I guess let's just keep going right for now. I could probably level up. Oh, hang on. Is that another... that might be another bonfire area. Here we go. So I think this is a bonfire, but not one that I can level up at, if I remember correctly. But it does save my progress. I think this is the boss. I kind of want to go back and level up one more time. I forgot these guys are going to be back since I sat at the bonfire. Sat at the sanctuary. All right, so we're going to hit the bonfire one more... The sanctuary. One more time. And a couple things. I want to see both what's the deal with these stone things. So all of the stone things that I've picked up, I can drop them here. I recall this. And they appear in the sanctuary. So this is where I can, well, I'll show you. and let's use all that we can. So by using those statues that I found, now that allows new NPCs to be at the sanctuary. And there's going to be lots of sanctuaries throughout the game, so you might not want to use all of your stone statues at every sanctuary, because you might want to wait, you know, spread them out a bit. Yeah, so this allows you to learn various prayers. I can bless my weapon, or I can heal myself as long as I have the right skills. This one is your merchant, your typical merchant, so all kinds of things in here, arrows and pouches of salt. You can also sell stuff to that merchant. And then finally, oh, I see, this allows you to play with a two-player actually. So if you have a buddy that you want to play local co-op with, this is how you get that started. This sword looks like it does more damage. The soldier's spear. We sell all of our grenades. That gets us close. Just round it off with some red shards. That gives us what we need. And finally, we're going to buy this soldier spear. Yeah, I'm still rolling fast. Excellent. Yep, that gives us a little more damage. Okay. And how about that range? Holy. How does this look? Tell you what, the range is filthy. All right, let's go to that other bonfire, the smaller one that isn't a full sanctuary, just in case I die, and then we'll go and attempt that boss. Oh, I love that damage. Yeah, it's up and attack. It does the spinneroonie attack. That's really useful. Like bats and things. I didn't see the zombie through the door. I almost got wrecked there. Okay, so now we are at the, I don't know what they call the smaller save spots. The bigger one's a sanctuary. I don't know what the smaller one is. Maybe it's also a sanctuary. I wonder how they identify it. Okay, so yeah, I knew this was going to be a boss. I had a feeling. The Sodden Knight. Okay, here we go. Phew, okay. I definitely want to keep enough stamina to dodge through him. I don't want to get caught with no stamina. Uh-oh. I tell you what, the rolling and the slow methodical attacks that I have to dodge, it does feel good. It feels a lot like Dark Souls in that way. I'm really, really glad that I prioritized being able to move. Oh shoot, this is, let's get healed. What? I tell you what, when I get hit, I know it. There we go. Woo. Vanquished. All right, so this feels really good. It's interesting because obviously it's a very different game than Dark Souls in the way that this is a 2D game. But in my opinion, it really captures a lot of Dark Souls, a lot of the good stuff. So I realized that the one thing I didn't do is I didn't die. And I want to make sure that this game has a meaningful death penalty. As an example, one game I really like that's kind of like a Souls-like is Remnant from the Ashes, I believe it's called. And the only thing about that game that it makes it not feel like a Dark Souls game or Souls-like game is it doesn't have a meaningful death penalty. There's no penalty really for death. So let's see what happens when you die in Salt and Sanctuary. Obliterated. Feral Beast has stolen 1,410 salt. Return to this location and slay your killer again to regain your salt. Oh, interesting. If you look at that dog, the dog has salt on it, like it's covered in salt. And then when I kill the dog, I get my salt back. Okay, so now that we've played a little bit of Salt and Sanctuary, let's go back and see if we think that Salt and Sanctuary actually captures all the things that we think makes a Souls-like. So Salt and Sanctuary does have a level up system. You level up and then you can pick skills like more of a Path of Exile like system. Works really, really well. It also has minimalist storytelling. So it tells you little bits of flavor here and there, and then you might bump into NPCs that say a few things, but that's about it. It has winding levels with unlockable shortcuts. It has a combat system involving both stamina and blocking. It has limited healing, so it has Red Flask, which is pretty much the same thing as an Estus Flask. It has open-ended exploration. I can tell you that even though we didn't go too far in this video, you can go very, very many ways, and also you can fight bosses in whatever order you choose. It has a meaningful death penalty, so by dying, you drop salt, and then your salt is kept on the boss or enemy that killed you, and then you have to kill that person to get your salt back, otherwise you lose it for good. And then finally, it has sanctuaries, which are like checkpoints, just like bonfires in Dark Souls. So without a doubt, Salt and Sanctuary ticks all the boxes of what I feel like a game like Dark Souls is. So Salt and Sanctuary is a Souls-like, despite being a 2D RPG platformer game. And also, Salt and Sanctuary is awesome, and you can play with 2 players. So if you are interested in Salt and Sanctuary, I'll have links to how to buy Salt and Sanctuary on all kinds of platforms in the description of this video. If you click on those links and then go ahead and buy Salt and Sanctuary, a little bit of kickback money comes back to me and to the channel, so you'll be supporting me. Thank you very, very much. Also, if you like the video, go ahead and give this a thumbs up and throw in the comments what your favorite game like Dark Souls is, and maybe I'll go ahead and review that game in the next video. So go ahead and follow me on all the things. I hope to see you soon, and thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.